Hello friends, today I will discuss the numerical problems on DC machines. The first numerical is like this. A DC shunt generator supplies a load of 10 kilowatts at 220 volts through feeders of resistance 0.1 ohm and armature resistance is 0.05 ohms and shunt field resistance is 100 ohms. Determine the terminal voltage. Second is shunt field current. Third is induced voltage. Here terminal voltage means it is the voltage across the terminals of the armature. So here the solution is like this. First step is write the given data. So the whatever data is given that we write here. Load power is given as 10 kilowatts. So next voltage across the load is 220 volts. And the feeders resistance means that two feeders resistance is put together 0.1 ohm and armature resistance is 0.05 ohms and the shunt field resistance is 100 ohms. Next step is draw the diagram corresponding to this numerical. So because it is a shunt generator, the diagram is like this. This is the armature of the generator and this is the shunt field winding and this is the electrical load connected across the armature. Voltage across the load we call as VL. The current that flows in the load we call as IL. The current that flows in the armature is called IA. The current that flows in the shunt field winding we call as ISH. Third step is find the ISH. So means so first we calculate what is the load current, that is VL by the load across the load, power across the load is nothing but PL and the voltage across the load is VL or V. So the power across the load is given as 10,000 watts or 10 kilowatts. So that we convert into watts and divided by the load voltage is given as 220 volts. Once we simplify this, we get what is the current that is flowing in the load, that is 45.5 amperes. The fourth step is calculate the voltage across armature. Means this is the armature. The voltage between this point and this point is called the terminal voltage or VA, and that is nothing but this load voltage, that is VL or V, plus the load current plus the feeders resistance. This is one feeder, this is another feeder, both resistance feeders resistance put together, so it is given, so that is 0.1 ohm and IL we calculated, so we substitute all the values here. VA is equal to the load voltage is 220 volts plus IL is 45.5 amperes into feeder resistance is 0.1. So finally we get 220 plus 4.55. So then the total value that we get is 224.55 volts. Next, coming to the step 5, it is nothing but answer to the second question, that is shunt field current. The shunt field current is nothing but the voltage across the shunt field, that is nothing but the voltage across the armature, which is just now calculated as VA and divided by RSH. RSH value is also given. So ISH is nothing but VA divided by RSH. VA value is nothing but 224.55 divided by RSH value is given as 100. So once we simplify this, we get 2.25 amperes. So next, we know this is the junction. If we apply the KCL, we get IA is nothing but IL plus ISH. So we know IL, we know ISH. So we can calculate what is the armature current. That is IL is nothing but 45.5 plus ISH is 2.25. So once we add them, we get 47.75 amperes. So once we know this, step 6 is, that is calculation of the generated voltage. Generated voltage, we can say this is the generated voltage is nothing but the load voltage plus voltage drop across the armature resistance. So we can write voltage across the armature, that includes the voltage across this load plus feeder resistance drop, so that we are calling as VA, and for that if we add the IARA, then we get what is called the generated voltage. So that is VA plus IARA. VA we calculated, that is 224.55 volts plus 47.75 into 0.05, so then we get 226.82 volts. And second question is given like this: a 4-pole DC shunt generator with lap connected armature supplies a load of 200 volts at a current of 100 amperes, and it is given that armature resistance is 0.1 ohm and the shunt field resistance is given as 80 ohms, and the brush resistance put together, both the brushes, is given as 2 volts. Determine a bit armature current per path, and second bit is generated EMF. So for this also, first step is, first we write the given data, that is load current is given as 100 amperes, the load voltage is given as 200 volts, and the armature resistance is given as 0.1 ohm, and RSH, that is field resistance, is given as 80 ohms, and brushes resistance put together is given as 2 volts. So next step is draw the related diagram, that is, this is nothing but generator. So generator supplies the electrical load like this. So as usual, this is the armature, and the current that flows from this is called IA, and the armature resistance is RA, and that current flowing through the load we call as IL, and the current flowing through the shunt field winding we call as ISH, and the shunt field resistance we call as RSH. So then step 3 is find out what is the field current. So for this, what he gave is the terminal voltage is given, that is the voltage across the load, which is also equal to the voltage across the armature, is given as 200 volts, and he also mentioned what is the shunt field resistance. So we can calculate what is the field current, that is ISH is nothing but VA divided by RSH, so that is equal to 200 by 80, then we get 2.5 amperes. Then step 4 is, that is answer to the first question, that is what is the armature current. Armature current is nothing but, applying the KCL, we get IA is equal to IL plus ISH. So IL is given as 100 amperes, ISH we calculated, that is 2.5. So once we add these two, then we get 102.5 amperes. Next step 5 is, that is answer to the second question. With lap winding, from the theory what we know is the number of parallel paths in the armature is equal to number of poles. So here number of poles is given in the data as 4. So in the armature, the number of conductors are connected in parallel, that number is equal to 4. So we find the 4 conductors connected in parallel like this, 4 coils. This is one coil, this is another coil, this is another coil, this is another coil. Totally 4. And the current that enters, or the current that flows from this generator, is IA. So similarly in the return path it comes like this, enters here. So the current at this node, if we apply, the current leaving the node is equal to the currents entering the node. So because the total current is known, so if we divide the current total current by 4, then we get what is the current flowing in each parallel path, because the all 4 parallel paths will have the similar resistance, means same resistance. So the current per per parallel path, means armature current per parallel path is equal to total armature current just now calculated as 102.5, and the number of parallel paths from the theory for a lap wound winding, that we know that the number of pole is equal to number of poles. So we write Ia by 4. So 102.5 divided by 4, then we get 25.625 amperes, means in each parallel path. So here 25.625 amperes, and here 25.625 amperes, here 25.625 amperes, here also 25.625 amperes will flow, and then they join here and then go to the load here. So that total value will become 102.5 amperes. Next, step 6 is what he asked is third question, that is what is the generated EMF from this generator. So that is EG is nothing but voltage across the load plus the voltage drop across the armature and the voltage across the brushes. So all these values are given. So that is load voltage is given as 200, and the Ia value just now calculated that 102.5, and the armature resistance we know that is 0.1 ohm. So 200 plus 102.5 into 0.1, and the brushes resistance voltage drop is given as 2 volts. So once we add all this, then we get the what is the generated voltage from the armature, that is 212.25 volts. The third question is a short shunt compound generator supplies 200 amperes at 100 volts, and armature resistance is given as 0.04 ohms, and the shunt field resistance is given as 60 ohms, and the series field winding resistance is given as 0.3 ohms. Determine the generated EMF from the armature. Solution. So here the very first step is first write the given data, that is load current is given as 200 amperes, and the load voltage is given as 100 volts, and the armature resistance is given as 0.4 ohms, and the shunt field resistance is given as 60 ohms, and the series field winding resistance is given as 0.03 ohms. So once this is over, next step is draw the corresponding diagram. So because it is a shunt compound generator, so that is short shunt compound generator, means across the armature we get the shunt field winding, whereas the series field winding will come in series with the load, like this. This is the armature and this is the shunt field winding which is directly connected across the armature, whereas this series field winding is connected in series with the load and with the at the junction of this armature here. And third step is, once we know this diagram, and we can calculate what is the voltage across this armature, that we call as VA, and that is nothing but load voltage plus the voltage drop across the series field winding. So the current flowing in the series field winding is nothing but IL, which is already given, and RSC value we know, that is, so V is nothing but 100 volts plus 0.03 into 200. Then we get 100 plus 6, that is 106 volts we get, that is the terminal voltage or the voltage across the armature. Once we know the voltage across the armature, we can calculate what is the current flowing through the shunt field winding. So that is ISH is nothing but voltage across armature, that is VA divided by RSH. RSH value is given as 60 ohms, so we can write 106 by 60, so we get 1.77 amperes. And step 5 is apply the KCL for this diagram, that is, this is a generator, so IA is equal to IL plus ISH. So we know ISH, we know what is IL, and so we can calculate what is IA. So IA is equal to IL plus ISH. IL is 200 amperes plus ISH just now calculated 1.77 amperes. So once we add all these things, we get 201.77 amperes. So once we know the armature current, step 6 is generated EMF. We can calculate V as V plus IL RSE plus IA RA. And we know what is, just now we calculated what is V plus IL RSE, that is nothing but armature terminal voltage, that is this voltage across this armature. So we calculated, that's why we replace that V plus IL RSE with VA plus IARA, then we get 106 plus 201.77. Armature resistance is given as 0.04 ohms. So once we simplify it, we get 114.07 volts as generated voltage. So next question is fourth question, that is the armature of a 4-pole lap wound shunt generator has 120 slots with 4 conductors per slot. The flux per pole is given as 0.05 Webers and armature resistance is given as 0.05 ohms and the shunt field winding resistance is given as 50 ohms. Determine the speed of the machine when it supplies a load of 450 amperes at a terminal voltage of 259 volts. So it is a generator. So first step is, first write the given data. So number of poles is given as 4 and the winding is mentioned as lap winding. So the number of parallel paths is equal to number of poles and it is shunt generator, and the number of slots is given as 120 and the number of conductors per slot is given as 4 and flux per pole is given as 0.05 Webers and armature resistance is also given as 0.05 ohms and the shunt field winding resistance is given as 50 ohms and the load voltage is given as 250 volts and the load current is given as 450 amperes. Next, step 5 is what is the generated EMF. We know from the circuit that it is nothing but the voltage across the load plus the voltage across the armature resistance put together we get EG. So that is VL plus IARA and VL is given as 250 volts and IA is just now calculated as 455 amperes. So into armature resistance is given as 0.05. Once we simplify it, we get to 272.75 volts. Next, coming to the step 6, number of armature conductors is nothing but Z and which is equal to the number of slots into number of conductors per slot. So the number of slots are given as 120 and the number of conductors per slot is given as 4. So we get total number of conductors as 480. And coming to the number of parallel paths in a lap winding is equal to the number of poles. So that number of poles is nothing but 4 here. So here the number of conductors per slot means these are all the slots, means between the teeth, whatever we find the gap, that is nothing but slot. In each slot he mentioned that the 4 conductors are placed. So this is the armature core. So like this, in each slot there are 4 conductors. That is what is given and the number of slots are given. So we can calculate what are the total number of conductors in this armature. Next step is generated EMF, and we know from the fundamentals that the generated EMF in a generator is nothing but phi Zn by 60 into P by A. And from this equation we can write what is the speed of the generator, that is N is equal to Eg into 60 into A divided by phi Z into P. So since we already calculated what is the generated voltage, so we can substitute that to 72.75 and the factor becomes here 60 and into number of parallel paths 4 divided by flux per pole is given as 0.05 into total number of conductors just now calculated as 480 and the number of poles of the generator is given as 4. After simplification we are getting the speed of the generator as 682 rpm.